Yeah, glitch the guarantee. E&E. With your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You getting misplaced. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up to smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy when it's sick of me. I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, if it comes to Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through transparency. Heard his self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Put your boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. At first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Blow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business, starter fees. Street blues, what I talk, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane non-stop. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they be harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you was asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the VVS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
It's your brethren, your brother, Virgil Berry, aka Stacks with the Facts. We made it. We made another year around the sun. All praises be to the Most High God, Yeshua HaMashiach, for breathing the breath of life in us one more day. See another year. 2026 is here. And 2025 is gone. Crazy year. A lot of things happened. Yeah, man. You know, it's a lot of things. First of all, how y'all doing? Did y'all have a good time last night? Y'all didn't party too hard last night, did you? Y'all ain't shoot all y'all's ammo off last night, did I'm man. Before we even get in the show, I'm gonna stay with this. And I know you do. I know y'all still gonna do it next year and the year after that. But I'm gonna say something we can leave in 2025 and just leave it there and don't mess with it no more is the shooting of guns on New Year's Eve. Right? In my city last night, 4 people got shot. Right? Nobody got bodied, but 4 people got shot just last night in Columbus, Ohio. And that's just reported. You know, in 2026 and beyond, can we leave shooting our guns off on New Year's Eve in 2025? It's such a waste of ammo. It makes the hood hot. And it's all the more reason, remind y'all, like I always do, about HR 1955. Right? This gives them, or we're basically giving them the permission to be in our neighborhood, put surveillance out there, put video CCTV cameras out there, put robot police out there because it's too dangerous for the human cops because they're not bulletproof. 4 people in my city got shot last night. Right? So how about we leave that in 2025, man? What y'all think about that? I think we should leave that in 2025 and get rid of it, right? But hope y'all enjoyed yourselves last night. You know, if you're here, it's a beautiful thing. You know, like I said, we made it another year, another day. It's a beautiful thing, man. You know, 2026, top of the year, day 1/1/1/26. And you know, man, moving forward, I would like to think that we're going to keep on this trajectory that we going as FBAs. You know, I would like to think we or it would be in our best interest, and I want to keep my mind in this positive aspect in regards to us moving forward on this trajectory that we have with our delineation, you know, with our getting on one accord with each other slowly but surely. And that's a beautiful thing. And I'm all for that. And A-Real Talk Podcast, A-Real Talk Media is always going to be 100% advocator and supporter of that. But there's some things that we need to let go of. Not only leave it in 2025, but leave it in 2025, never to come back again. In 2026 going forward, getting rid of them completely and totally. Now, I know a lot of these things ain't going to be an overnight thing. It's not going to be a over year thing, right? It's taken, might as well let's round it up to 100 years for the state of our community to get to where it's at now. Right? I'd say about roughly 100 years. And you think about 100 years, I mean, it's a long time. But when you think about it in the grand scheme of things, it's really not. You know what I'm saying? Especially if we're talking about the most high time, it's like half of a millisecond. So, you know what I'm saying? Like when we talk about the time that we've been subject to this severe indoctrination that has led us to where we are now. Now we at a point where we getting on one accord. We're starting to delineate and focus on ourselves and our community as a whole. And that's a beautiful thing. Like I said, I'm all for that, 100%. Right? I think it would be in our best interest. And I think the more we focus on that and really work towards that offline, then we're going to start seeing, you know, seeing the real pushback. And I just, I just pray for the peace, patience, strength, and integrity is going to take us having collectively as FBAs to keep this trajectory moving upward and forward, right? Because I know some of us are just too far gone And some of the things we're going to talk about today is going to, they're going to fall into that category. Or should I say fall into those categories. So tap in, smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering. And of course, it's 2026, man. Happy New Year to everybody, man. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, man. I feel blessed. I'm healthy. I feel good. And you know what I'm saying? My mind is right. You know what I'm saying? The finances is slowly but surely getting increasingly better. You know what I'm saying? We're saving more money, spending less, spending money very frugally, but at the same time, wise purchases, things that's contributing to what I got going on off screen. Like I said, man, we got the Art Vino on deck. About to order a couple more batches. About to have some more wine tasting events coming up. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we got the Art Vino on deck. We got more flavors coming. You dig? More events coming, like I said. Couple with other things. That's that Chianti. Beautiful. It's a good seller. It's one of my top sellers right here. You understand me? And of course, we got the #1 top seller. The ladies love this. It's that lemon berry Moscato. You did. Tap in, walk with me, man. You know what I'm saying? We local right now, but we're working on getting out of state, man. So it's a beautiful thing. Tap in and walk with us, man. How are y'all doing, man? How y'all New Year going so far, man? It's 2026. It's 2026. And I don't know what that noise is. Second time that's happened while I was live. I wonder what that is. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? 2026, man. You know what I mean? We're not off to a fresh start, but we're off to a new start as far as a new year. And I think there's a lot of things that us as FBAs, we need to definitely leave in 2025, never to return again, right? And something that I think we need to really, really get rid of, right? And I'm going to just kick in the door like this. Kicking the door, waving the fofo. All you heard was stacks, don't hit me no more. You know? I think this is the #1, if not the #1 thing, definitely one of the top things. Right? Oh, let me get more specific with it. Let me get real specific with it. All right. In my opinion, one of the things we absolutely need to get rid of ASAP. And when I say get rid of, I mean we have to get rid of it. We have to completely and totally get rid of this. As a community, as a culture, as FBAs, this is one of the main things we need to get away with. Do away with, I should say. All right. One of the main things we need to get do away with is gang banging and gang banging culture. And I've done a show on this. I'm going to do another one this year as well because I found out some more information concerning this topic. So I'm going to do another show on it here coming up shortly. I might go into it. I might wait till Black History Month. But we need to get rid of gang banging culture. We need to get rid of gang banging. And when I say get rid of it, I don't mean peace treaties. Nah, I mean completely and totally doing away with it as a whole in its entirety. Gangbanging culture has done absolutely nothing for our community. Nothing positive. It has contributed to the deaths of like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of us over the past, let's say, 50 years, damn near 60 years that we have had this plague in our community. Now, to all my brothers that's Bloods, to all my brother that's Crips. This is in no way any disrespect towards y'all, right? Y'all, how can I say this? Y'all have fallen victim to, I'll say, governmental psyops. Let me just lay that out there like that. Y'all have fallen victim to this governmental psyop, which was formed and fomented by the CIA. Now, I don't know how many of y'all know that or not, but here coming up shortly, I'll do a show on it and break it down. Now, I did a show on it before, want to say like last year sometime, but of course, I'll find out new information all the time. So I'm going to reiterate and do that show again, a part 2. And this is how I know a lot of y'all brothers that's part of the gang banging lifestyle. This is how I know that y'all, and this I know some very intelligent Bloods and Crips. I was locked up with very intelligent, infinite-minded brothers who chose to be a part of these organizations. But one thing I do know about them, like I found out about a lot of our other groups that we section ourselves off to as Black folks, FBAs, I noticed that they don't really even know the true history of their organizations. And now you got to understand my position. Me being cool with a lot of these guys, even knowing these guys from the streets, especially when I was in the joint, it was very difficult for me to convey the information that I have concerning their organizations. One, being in the environment that we're in. 2, that I have a relationship and some type of connection with these brothers. And 3, you know what I'm saying, at the same time, you know what I mean, putting my reputation and putting myself in sometimes possible danger, because, you know, people are very sensitive about their views and beliefs. And when you hear information that challenges your accepted views and beliefs, you know, that could be very, let's just say that could be very difficult to deal with, right? And and this is one of those subjects, because I done had this conversation with plenty of my homies that's Bloods and Crips, GDs, Vice Lords, Lion Kings, 5%ers, all of that stuff. And yes, in the joint, they consider the 5%ers to be STG, Security Threat Group, which is a very Orwellian term for gang, right? This lifestyle, this culture has done nothing but negativity for our community since we've been indoctrinated with it, since we've been tricked and manipulated into following in line with it. Because it is a government psyop formed and fomented by the CIA. That is an absolute fact. And I'll prove it to y'all on the show here coming up shortly. Nothing but death, destruction has been the results of this lifestyle being adopted by us FBAs. Like everything else, based and rooted, ground zero is Los Angeles, California. Like I said, there's nothing against our Californian brethren and sisters. They are just as much as guilty, or they're just as much as victims to a degree. I'll say psychologically victims of this indoctrination, just as much as the rest of us are, maybe a little bit more so, right? And when it first was, you know, put and introduced into our communities, you know, it took a time for it to spread across the nation, but according to plan, and as the plan played out, it definitely spread across the nation. And look, we got Bloods and Crips everywhere, all across America, right? In every single city in this country where we are at in our large numbers, there are Bloods, there are Crips. Except for Chicago, I think. But I won't be surprised if there's some Bloods and Crips in Chicago. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm just a firm advocate for this lifestyle being totally done away with in our community. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? What say y'all? You know what I'm saying? Put a number 11 in the chat if you agree with me on that. And if not, because I know some of you gang-banging ass dudes gonna see this, tell me one reason why we should keep gang culture in our community. Give me one rational reason why we should continue this behavior in and amongst our culture when it has not served us in any way. So many of our brethren and sisters are gone as a result of this culture or this, this part of our culture. So many of our brothers and sisters, innocent brothers and sisters too. That's the part I got to think about. Innocent brothers and sisters, little kids who just were sleeping in their beds or playing in front of their house or playing at the park or just walking to the school or whatever it was they doing. Think about the amounts of children who've been taken away from us, right? Due to this culture that is amongst this subculture amongst our culture as an entirety. So much so that the record labels got behind it, and I want to say 93, 94, right? So much so that the record industry, music industry, right? 1992, sorry, my bad. 1992 is when the record industry got together and decided to put some rappers from that was Blood, some rappers that was Crips, and they put a compilation album together, a blue and a red CD, and it was called Bloods and Crips, Banging on Wax. Let me get y'all hip to the symbology that as youngsters we were not even aware of, we weren't even privy to. See, now a lot of us are aware of this stuff and we can see the error and folly in our ways, but we was being manipulated. You already know, Mr. O, what's happening, Joe? Happy New Year to you, Joe. Now look at this. We got the black and white checkered floor that all of these guys are standing on, posing on for this album cover. And if you tap in with me, I ain't got to tell y'all what the demonic symbology of a black and white checkerboard is, not to mention blue and red, which is a psyop in itself, Bloods and Crips. Did y'all know that Polter in German means blood and Geist in German means Crip? Poltergeist. So this is such a psyop on so many levels that most of us can't, won't, and don't comprehend it. This is a biblical psyop right here. Right? So put a number 11 in the chat if you agree with me that we need to get rid of gangbanging culture amongst our FBA community from 2006 and beyond. Right? We need to get rid of it. Like I said, no disrespect to any of my brothers as Bloods and Crips, whether you active, inactive, whatever the situation may be. I'm pretty sure, right? And Mr. O, you put a 3. What's the 3 for? Right? I'm pretty sure, even if you are a member of any one of these organizations, I'm pretty sure to some extent, when you think about it in retrospect, and if you're a grown man, you understand that this is a part of our culture that we need to get rid of. What, you at work or something, Mr. O, man? You having trouble pressing the buttons, man? We need to get rid of gang culture amongst us. All right? It hasn't helped our community in any shape, form, or fashion. Right? And I could tell I'll do it, man. I'm like, what you trying to so what you preoccupied it? Go ahead and get that holiday shmoney, man. If I could be at work today, I definitely would. Getting that holiday pay plus double. You did. Definitely would have been working today. That would have been like a $500 day for me. You did. Need every bit of that. But yeah, though, man, gang banging culture is one of our subcultures that we need to completely and totally purge ourselves of. Right? And I'm pretty sure y'all can agree with me on that. Like I said, even if you is a blood, even if you is a Crip, whether you inactive or active, right? What's the point of continuing this culture, this subculture of ours, this gang banging on my mama, on hood, catch the fade? Who didn't catch the fade in the county? Who was allowed to work the main yard, walk the main yard in the joint? Who got the most fades? Who got the most bodies? Which is crazy. Who snitched? Who did this? Who did that? Niggas done turned into a bunch of gossip girls on the goddamn internet, man. Right? Making us look bad as FBAs. And me as being an ex-street ninja, yes, X, I say X because I ain't involved in nothing to do with the streets at all. Now, I'm not one of these dudes screaming F the streets. No, no, no. I would never say such a thing. Not in this entirety anyway. Definitely F all the negative aspects of being in the streets, which most of you dudes really don't know nothing about, but are ever endeavoring to be where I was at, because y'all want to be tough for some reason. And I blame gangbanging culture, specifically in LA right now, for still promoting this tough guy attitude, image, and narrative that represents all of us. See, I'm not like a female thinking ass nigga in this aspect. I'm not thinking that my individual actions is the responsibility of me and they only reflect on me. No, I'm wise enough to know, as a 43, about to be 44-year-old, my ball, let me change that up. A 43-year-old today, but soon to be this week time. I mean, literally a week from today, I'll be turning 44 years young. All praises be to the Most High. And I can't think of one positive aspect that we have got from this blood Crip culture. And any positive that has come up out of it with the so-called truths that happened back in like 93, 94, you guys squashing it nowadays and all that, man, none of that stuff trumps or compares. Matter of fact, it pales in comparison to all the negativity that has derived from us having this in our culture. My man 92 Dolo, what's happening with you, man? Happy New Year, brother. 3 generations of single mother raised goofies. We definitely need to lead attitude. You know what I'm talking about? Talk to him, 92 Dolo. We need to lead, man. Listen to what my brother 92 Dolo said, man. 3 generations, 3 entire generations of single mother raised goofies, emotional ass goofballs, fighting each other over stupid stuff, bodying each other over even more stupid stuff, and still perpetuating that mindset in 2000. Man, that stuff is over with, man. We about to stop making stuff that used to be cool, not cool. It's not cool to be a blood no more. It ain't cool to be a Crip no more. Not saying that you should throw your rag. I'm saying as far as gang banging. Because I don't know too many grown-ass blood dudes that's still out here gang banging. I ain't saying that ain't none, but grown-ass men with kids, families, responsibilities, you a damn fool if you still out here talking about some on hood, on set, on blood, on Crip, on this, on that. Man, shut that weak ass shit up, man. That stuff has destroyed our community, man, amongst other things. Right? Right, you already know, man, 92 Dolo, man. Thanks for tapping in, man. We're going to talk about it, man. Right? We absolutely going to talk about it. Because it's important, man. It's 2026. We literally got 4 years until the culmination of UN Agenda 2030 for global sustainability, and you niggas is still out here gangbanging. You ninjas is still out here gangbanging. They done calmed down as far as when I was a kid. It was crazy when I was a kid. But now it's like a little bit more wilder in the aspect that social media is involved now. So now it's exacerbating it, amplifying it. Right? And like I said, it hasn't done anything for our community, for our culture. It has completely tarnished our global image. So many of us have fallen victim to this, and our lives have been gone, wasted, taken. We got literally millions of brothers and sisters, young children, elders who have lost their lives due to this being a part of our culture and everything that derived from it or was a domino effect of it. And although back in the day, as a young mustache, coming up in the 90s, listening to this CD, double CD, right? You know, some of the songs were very compelling. And whenever I listened to this CD as an adult, when I was in a joint, I can't believe they allowed the person I know who had this in a joint to even have it. But they had it, right? And I just remember analyzing the lyrics on both of these albums. They were very, very demonic. And then as I've gotten older and I've done my research and, you know, my life has led me in the path I'm on now, I've come to find out why those lyrics are so demonic, because this is a demonic psyop straight from LSD himself. His symbology is all through this psychological scheme psyop called Bloods and Crips. So yeah, man, 2026, how about we 86, right? Could do away with, get rid of Blood and Crip gang banging culture in its entirety. I ain't talking about just Bloods and Crips either. I'm talking about all my homies in Chicago too, right? Right? I'm talking about my Chicago brethren too, man. Y'all the BDs and GDs, y'all might as well be the Chicago equivalent of Bloods and Crips. Y'all just ain't got blue and red on. But if we look at this picture, it says something different. Rest in the essence, the Vine. Rest in the essence, the FBG Duck. 2 brothers gone. And lots more behind this GDBD stuff. You got the Moes up there. GD folks. You got the Vice Lords. You got the Latin Kings up there. You got Trine Arago up there now. You got MS-13 in Chicago. And whatever other gangs may be lurking around. Look at this imagery. Look at the symbology, y'all. This is what I'm talking about, man. Look at this symbology. Dude look like Terry Crews. King David Barksdale out of Chicago look like Terry Crews. Look at him. That's one of y'all OGs right there, right? King David. When y'all say on King David, this is what y'all talking about right here, right? The nigga look like Terry Crews. On King David. Right? We got to get rid of this aspect of our culture, y'all. All right? All my brothers up here in Chicago, y'all got to relax with the GDBD, Vice Lord, Latin King, all that crazy stuff, man. I mean, look at the symbology, man. Look at this. Do y'all, I mean, I know y'all do, but I know to some degree y'all don't, man. Y'all understand that this is very demonic symbology right here. 2 pitchforks surrounding a pentagram, or shall I say a hexagram. XL Pro, what's happening, man? We got a hexagram, so-called Star of David, so-called Star of Judah, right? When this is actually a very occultic, Kabbalistic, Akkadian, Babylonian, demonic symbol representing Lucifer, Satan, the devil himself. Well, did y'all not know that? All my Chicago GDs and BDs, did y'all not know that? I remember when the GDs was real popular when I was a kid. A whole lot of my homies that I grew up with ended up becoming GD folks, right? The folks was the niggas that was always stacking. You know? That's what the GD folks was doing back in the day when they first came to Columbus. They was the niggas known for stacking. Right? That demonic ass ish, man. Look at this symbol. We literally have 2 demonic symbols at the same time. We got the pitchfork, which is a demonic symbol, and we got the Star of David, the Star of Judah, which is literally the dynamic paradigm of as above, so below, which has nothing to do with Yeshua HaMashiach at all. Right? This is the insignia of the most demonic family living in existence today. Right? And somehow it got used as a symbol on Israel's flag. So that lets y'all know who really running things over there. And it ain't our brethren, the Jewish people. Right? Right? Well, Monique said, that's not the Star of Judah. Oh, yes, it is. The original Star of Judah. Right? Very demonic symbology right here, man. Right? You already know, Monique Robinson. Happy New Year to you, loved one. I got my brother, the XL Pro. You tapping in on Facebook too? I got XL Pro tapping in on Facebook. Well, I got I see got the loved one, Samia Mayfield, tapping in on Facebook. Tap in, man. Things we need to leave in 2026. And I say at the top of that list for us is gang banging. That stuff gotta go. Right? Right. You got to get rid of gangbanging, man. All right. Now we're gonna give something else we got to get rid of. Right. Now I'm going down the list of things of importance to me that I think that is detrimental to us as a community. Right. I think these are things we need to totally get rid of and focus more on connecting with each other, linking up with each other, interacting with each other, loving on each other, putting away our petty regional differences, especially with this mind effery psyop right here, starting with this game. We need to get rid of this stuff across the country. Then after that, in 2026, and I know it's not going to happen because one thing I know about us FBAs is a percentage of us who have so much taken on the victimhood mindset that have been basically, to less degree, I'll say, beat into us, not only physically, but psychologically, perceptually, mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually, right? Some of us are too far gone. Some of us, I would dare say, I ain't going to say dare, so I'm going to say, some of us have become of the reprobate mind, and this is too late. Not even Yeshua can save them. You feel me? Or should I say, Yeshua's not going to save them, right? Something else we need to get rid of, man, that I think is something that when I say get rid of, I mean we need to let it go. We need to focus more on healing amongst ourselves and getting back to our proper roles and you know what I'm saying, and all of that. And these ain't in no particular order of importance. This is stuff just was coming to my mind as I'm doing this streaming. After this, it just came to me with what I think should absolutely is the number one thing we need to get rid of on the list if I'm listing. But since I'm not going no particular order, I'm just going, right? And something I think we really need to, when I say get rid of it, I want y'all to listen here before I even put this up on the screen. I want y'all to put y'all's grown man and grown woman thinking caps on and understand what I mean when I bring this next thing up, when I mean or understand what I say and what I mean when I say we need to get rid of it, right? Now I'll explain after I post the picture what I mean by it, because of course there's context to that, right? Just like it is to everything, man. Right. And I did a show on this too last year. Right. Something I think we need to get rid of in 2026 and beyond and leave in 2025 and before is these gender wars amongst us FBAs. Put a number 11 in the chat if you agree with that. Put a number 11 in the comment section on Facebook if you believe with that. If you believe with me on this subject, put a number 11 in the chat. Now, there's context to this, of course. Water tastes so good when it's just ice cold, like right before it's on the brink of freezing. Right? Now, am I saying we need to get rid of talking about the important issues, right, regarding relationships amongst us FBAs? No. I'm absolutely not saying that. What I am saying we need to get rid of is allowing ourselves once again to be used as a cash cow off of our collective trauma, right? I think we need to get rid of that. I think we need to get rid of the back and forth rigmarole amongst us on social engineering. I think we need to get away from the economy, the whole subsector on YouTube and in social media of specifically Black gender war based content. Now, I'm not hating on anybody who has made a success for themselves doing this type of content. The various people there are, I could name a whole bunch. What I'm saying is the aspect of us constantly going at each other. Well, I'm right, well, we're right, and you're wrong, or you're wrong and we're right, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm not even sitting here saying nothing crazy because I have played a part in it myself. I have used that in my content as well. I would be sitting here lying to y'all if I said I didn't. But what I have also realized is that although it can be a lucrative way to make some money, it can be a lucrative way to get yourself known or get your stuff out there as a content creator, it's very counterproductive for lots of reasons. There's really no positive aspects coming out of it because it's all this back and forth, rah. You did it, we did it, I did it, you did it, who did it. But there's no real healing going on. There's no joining up. There's no reciprocity. There's no reconciliation. There's no healing. There's no getting back together. There's no families being made. I'm not saying it's not happening. I'm saying there's no kids being born. There's no, so there's no community being rebuilt behind it. It's just a constant grinding machine. And I'm talking about this in my book called in my book, right? It's like a rotating wheel of regurgitation, right? Right. I just, and being a person who has participated in doing this, I can honestly say that in 2026, it's a wrap. In 2026, I'm only going to speak on such things when it is actually a matter of significance and importance. Meaning it's something that's affecting us as FBAs as a whole that we need to address. Now, whether it be on the men's side or the women's side, it's not going to really matter. If it's something that's affecting us as a whole negatively, I'm going to speak on it. But as far as like getting in the whole thing of making a post on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, or wherever, posting this girl saying goofy shit, or all you fake player ass dudes think y'all putting somebody up on game about some bras, and y'all dudes ain't never had a bra. All that back and forth, all the shows where we talking about this and that and this, and I'm not knocking tonight's conversation. I'm not knocking my man Stacey Prince. I'm not knocking anybody who doing their thing with this content. But I'm saying y'all come a point where it becomes so redundant. Now it's like, who could say the most controversial things and bring up the most redundant topics that we keep recycling and to get the most attention to possibly make the most money, right? My man 92 though. Monique said, what's a gender war? Monique said, I see mostly black women at war with men. I mean, and the reason why and this is the reason why I don't agree with you only because it's true, but to bring more depth to that, more context, there's more black women than it is black men. So, I mean, of course, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see there's more black women pushing this narrative, pushing this content than you see black men, because one, is profitable, and two, the indoctrination, it shows a real-time display of the indoctrination of feminism, right? My man $92 said, yeah, it's not really a generator coming from black men. Most black men would love for black women to love them. Yeah, we would. The gender war has become a way for people to make money off of. So yeah. It's become and listen here, y'all, and I know a lot because I done got emails from y'all. I had conversations about this. Listen, I'm gonna always say this. If anybody is going to make money off of our collective FBA trauma, it should be us. But that's with context and to an extent. Right? But see, we at the point to where everybody, just like with our other part of our culture, just with our hip hop, with our dance, with our music, whatever it is, everybody wants to come and drink from the black FBA fountain. And everybody is eating off of our culture. Now everybody's eating off of this very negative aspect of our culture, which is the monetization of our familial and relationship communal trauma, if you would. And I think it's high time when we just did it. When I say did it, I mean for making it a commodity and commoditizing it as we have. And it's another part of our culture that we created, that we made popular. We got Pop the Balloon. We got all these other dating shows. We got all these other podcasts and so-called relationship gurus, and this whole economy behind our collective familial communal relationship trauma. And this something like everything else we created, we don't even own and run the industry. Right? Now, it's some of us who are very much capitalizing off of it. But it ain't enough of us for it to be something that's we can consider a good thing for our community. Because like I said, all this money is being generated, but yet and still our young boys are reading at a 4th grade reading level. Our young girls are more promiscuous as ever and having children even more earlier ages. Right? There are no fathers in the homes. Little boys just want to grow up being girls. Little girls just want to grow up being little boys. Right? We got a lot of mental health issues within our community. Right? A lot of things we need to be addressing. So there's a need for us to have content. There's a need for us to have conversations surrounding our relationships and how we interact and engage with each other in our community. But not to the extent that we are, it's a detriment to us because we're creating this money machine, we're not controlling it, and there's no healing going on. Meanwhile, like I said, boys are still reading at a 4th grade reading level. Little girls become more and more promiscuous. We have a huge LGBTQ Elemental P Barbecue Committee agenda PSYOP being forced upon our children, specifically our children at some aspects of this too. We still have gangbanging culture, right? Which feeds into the gender wars, right? We still have goddamn it, you know what I'm saying, people not getting married, not coupling up. Like I said, we still got no fathers in the home. Right? We still have households being ran by women, mostly females, raising these young boys up to be the very gangbangers and soft ass dudes and all that type stuff that is growing up out here. All right. Janice Seeger, how you doing? Janice Seeger said child support, we are funding the DS. Yeah, man, that's one too. Definitely can leave child support in 2025. Child support is a scam. It is a huge racket. Another topic for another day. But Janet Seeger is correct. Child support, we definitely need to get rid of that. Right? But this all falls into under the gender war umbrella. Right? Another aspect of the gender war is we got this whole passport bro movement, which I'm going to get to here shortly. We got the girls who's divesting. Right? Yeah, that listen here, man, Monique Robinson, man, that demonic spirit, that lustful spirit, that demonic, that, you know, and think about it, man, we got very powerful ground force, stronghold entities at play here, man, right? We got the spirit of homosexuality, we got the spirit of molestation, we got the spirit of promiscuity, the spirit of bestiality, the spirits of pedophilia, hebrophilia, ebrophilia, necrophilia. People having sex with animals. Right? So all of this stuff is factoring in, man. And we're talking about this gender war thing, man. We need to get rid of that, man. That's something we need to leave in 2025. We need to see, if we're going to see gender-based content amongst us, we need to see healing content. We need to see content where we're going to therapy. We need to see content where we see brothers going to get themselves together, going to therapy, man, addressing them childhood trauma from being raised in the very dangerous environment of being raised by a single mother. It's a very dangerous environment. You want to know how I know? Very dangerous for a young man to be being raised by his mother alone and with no masculine presence there constantly. It's very dangerous, right? We need to get rid of this we need to get rid of this goddamn it pump and dump them attitude amongst us men. You feel me? We need to get rid of that. I mean, it's cool when we was young boys. We grown men now, man. Would you want somebody to pump and dump your daughter? And as a man, we supposed to have more respect for ourselves. Shout out to Jack. As older we get, as men mature, we don't do young boy stuff no more, man. When I was a child, I thought like a child. I spoke like a child. I understood the world as a child. But when I became a man, I did away with childish things. That's 1 Corinthians 13:11. I got it tatted in my skin. Right, that was cool when we was young mustaches. Yeah, man, so you can get the most hoes, smash the most bitches, box. Man, we 40 plus now, man. That's a young boy's game, man. Right, and it's just very unmanly to be sitting up here just spreading yourself thin like that at 40 plus. Right, sitting here carrying on like we in our 20s still. That's just unmanly. It shows a lack of discipline, a lack of control, and to some degrees a lack of integrity, because that means you are still a victim to, that means you're still weak to your lust. And as a grown man, we cannot be falling weak and victim to our lust. It's very unmanly. Right? Very unmanly, man. Very unmanly. I can't trust a dude who thinks with his little head, Paul's not his big head. I can't even trust a dude that's 40 plus and he's still, where the hoes at, nigga. All my friends are either married or in long-term relationships. And if you choose to be single, that's fine, brothers. Maybe you still feel like there's some work you need to do on yourself before you take that step. But at the same time, you know what I mean? You know? Focus on that. And I'm not telling the man what to do and not to do with his job. That's on you. What I'm saying is we just need to be responsible. And when we become at a certain age, it's just certain things we just need to stop doing as men. Right? And that's sitting up here telling these girls lies, out here getting chicks pregnant and all that crazy stuff. Man, just let that stuff go. This is all part of the gender war too. You know? And when it comes to the ladies on the gender war, man, y'all gotta let all of this, y'all just, and this is gonna lead me to my next subject, right? Right. Perfect segue. You feel me? Something else we need to leave in 2025. Something we absolutely need to leave in 2025, right? Something we absolutely need to leave in 2025 is feminism in the Black community. We need to totally get rid of feminism in our Black community. It has destroyed our community just as much as gangbanging has destroyed our community. I'm going to say more so. I'm going to say more so. I don't know who that say. Mike Tuck, what's up with you, big bro? Happy New Year to y'all tapping in on Facebook, man. We need to get rid of feminism in our community. Feminism has destroyed the minds of our women for the most part. And sad to say, it's destroyed the minds of a lot of you males too. Because a lot of y'all males have downloaded the feminism mindset from y'all's mamas. Shout out to my brother Sinful, rest in essence Sinful. Oh, mama raised, I love my mama, but I hate my daddy ass ninjas. So there's a couple generations of you dudes out there. Oh, as y'all gangbang, see how everything said gangbanging dudes say, oh, my mama. I never heard one of you gangbanging dudes say, oh, my daddy. Oh, my mama. We got to get rid of feminism, man. Feminism is a very diabolical a very diabolical agenda specifically aimed at us, because when this whole feminist thing started, we absolutely had no reason to induce, or should I say, to induct these ideologies into our societies, our communities. They were absolutely forced upon us, and our women, yes, y'all were manipulated. Y'all were manipulated into going along with it. Y'all were manipulated. In our community, when all of this stuff popped off in the late 50s, early 60s, we were married at an 80+% high, 80, like 87, 88% amongst us FBAs, 87%. I'm talking about nationwide. I'm not talking about in one city. I'm talking about across America. Damn near 90% of us were married. We were the most married group of people in the country for at least 20 years, 30 years. Big boy families. Y'all see the pictures from back in the day. Families, 13 kids, 14 kids, 17 kids. You barely see, and you don't see families with that. What you see is single mamas, ratchet ass baby mamas with 4 or 5 baby dads, 6, 7, 8 kids by 4 or 5 different dudes. That's what you see now. That is not a family. Let me remind y'all chicks, man, you raising how many ever number kids you got by yourself, that is not a family. If it ain't no man in that house, more than likely there ain't no God in that house, and that is not a family structure. That is a ticking time bomb that's going to help feed the prison industrial complex, just like it has, and just like Monique said, according to the Willie Lynch letters, is working with flying colors. So we talk about real stuff over here, man. We talk about the stuff that's uncomfortable to talk about over here, the real stuff that people don't really address, right? We need to get rid of feminism in our community. It has been just as detrimental as the gangbanging. I dare say not more. With feminism brought abortions. Abortions being manipulated to be health care, which is crazy. Imagine the right to commit murder being a form of health care. Is crazy. And since the late 60s, early 70s into now, I could just imagine how many young Black children were taken out of here over the past 50, 60 years, man. Do you have any idea how many of us have been butchered since 1964, 65, 66, when this became a part of national public health policy? Right? This is crazy, man. This is all part of the gender war, man. Right? Another aspect of the gender war is something that we need to leave in 2006. 2 other aspects of the gender war. I'm going to get to the ladies first, because ladies first. The fact that this hasn't fizzled out yet is crazy too. It's starting to slowly but surely, but it still rears its ugly head. Another aspect of the gender wars that's been a subsidiary of the gender war between us that you can say is basically like a subsidiary of the black gender war content, ideology, whatever you want to call it. We need to get rid of the divestment movement. This is something that we need to get rid of in our Black community, in our FBA community. Listen, like I said, some people have become of the reprobate mind. And those who are like that, we got to delineate from them as well. We have to delineate from these chicks who talk crazy about us Black men and put these other men, specifically YT men, on a pedestal above us as if they are. Understand, even on a financial standpoint, that don't mean nothing. Right? Because guess what? If us FBA men got on one accord across the country and really took control of our industries that we have created over the past 100 years and take our stuff back, we'll be financially on top. Right? You got to think. We have had our power and influence usurped from us. The question is, how do we let it happen? Part of that answer is we have allowed a small group of us to be infiltrators and be working for the other side. So when it comes to this divestment movement, which is why I say we got to get rid of it, meaning we got to get rid of any woman. When I say get rid of, understand what I'm saying. No physical harm to anybody. I'm talking about delineation, not messing with them socially, economically, financially, spiritually, communally. That's what I'm talking about, right? So these chicks want to go mess with the YT boys, let them go have them, man. They can't come back. Once you go white, you can't come back. So now you're going to ask yourself, well, how are we going to be able to know? Because, you know, these chicks lie, right? These chicks lie, right? But that's the reason of us men coming together, because we can put each other up on game on how to use our skills as men, our process of elimination, our deductive reason, our critical thinking, our game, our manalytics. Shout out to Sir Ism, using our manalytics, using our higher mind that God gave us to have the discernment to be able to figure certain things out when it comes to the women, specifically women we choose to engage with on an intimate, personal level, right? And I say all that to say that there's ways you can go about finding out if a chick mess with white boys, and I'm talking sexually, right? When it comes to Black chicks who mess with white boys, ostracized. Straight like that. You ain't think you about to go play in the snow and run back over here? No. You want to know something else? Same for us brothers. We got to have it even kill across the board, bros. To a certain extent, right? And I say to a certain extent when it comes to us brothers, because I'm not going to tell no man to not mess with no other woman who gets on his program, follows his leadership. You understand me? Submits to him, is the woman that God designed her to be for him. Who am I to tell a man to not mess with that woman regardless of what her skin color is? Who would I be to tell that man, nah, you can't mess with, damn, she's a virtuous woman, but she just white though. Like, nah, man. I ain't gonna do that. So it's a little different with us men, right? And y'all women have to understand that. Y'all have to not only understand that, y'all have to accept that, right? Understand why it's acceptable for a Black man. You did. Now, and let me back what I'm saying up. And this is where it comes on y'all's women's part to work on y'all's femininity that y'all have lost to feminism. Now, femininity and feminism ain't the same thing. Right? So y'all say, well, once y'all go to the limit, then nah. Right? Okay, so if y'all truly love Black men, y'all truly love us and don't want us to go mess with other women, then y'all need to be the women that these other women are. And the sad thing about it, my lovely Black chocolate to swarthy to your high yellow, hued, beautiful women. The most beautiful women on earth are Black women. I'm not even going to say specifically FBA women, but I'm going to say Black women all over the planet, no matter where they're from. Black women is going to be the baddest. Whether they African, Al-Keelan, whether they're from South America, Central America, whether they're from somewhere in Europe, Asia, the Black, dark-skinned people are always going to be the most beautiful. Right? That's a fact. But y'all women have to work on that, man. Y'all gotta start being the type of women, right? Like how these other groups of women are. And just like on our side, fellas, we gotta step our game up, man. We gotta work on our manhood, our masculinity. Shout out to Sir Ism and our manalytics. We gotta be the men who we say the type of women we deserve, right? All around. I'm not talking about just being financially set and having the things that adults, grown men supposed to have. I'm talking about having that's where your manalytics come in, right? Y'all go tap in with my brother Sir Ism on Mondays for Manalytic Mondays, man. Get that manhood gang, man. And that's what we need to work on amongst us men, us Black men. We need to work on our masculinity, our manhood, our brotherhood, camaraderie. We need to work on that. We need to work on being able to be corrected by each other. We need to work on, goddamn it, being able to have conversations with each other without it turning into a physical match, you know what I'm saying, or turning to some physical stuff offline, because we have been so used to interacting and engaging with each other online to the point to where it gets the verbal fisticuffs and then things spill out on the streets, further contributing to the negative image that we have worldwide, partially, that we are responsible for, because we exacerbate and perpetuate it. Right? Another thing we need to get rid of amongst us, that is another domino effect of this gender war, right, amongst us that's being promulgated, right, I would have to say is this. All right. Matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do right here. Now that I'm thinking about it, because he making us hot again, or he connected to making us hot with this stuff again. With that old Jewish German last name, right? What's the one boy's name right now that's making it all hot, got us looking crazy over here in the international media? Another thing we need to get rid of, understand there's context to what I'm saying. I'm not telling y'all to get rid of y'all's passports and stop traveling. No, I'm saying we need to get rid of the passport bros movement. We need to get rid of this. This is a bad look for us. It's a real bad look for the passport bros who are really traveling the world. You know, they done made a financial success of themselves, or they done figured out how they can travel the world on the money that they do make, whatever it is that they do. And the guys that's really traveling just to travel and see other countries, other lifestyles, other cultures. You know what I'm talking about? And, you know, I'm talking about the players, the real men who are not sex tourists, who are not traveling to these countries with the sole intentions of being a sex tourist. I know plenty of guys who traverse the world and they do business, and, you know, they're not out here just doing sex tour, and they actually do business in these countries, and, you know, just wanted to move out of the U.S. and found out that this country is a better fit for them. I got homies who done moved to Colombia, homies who done moved to Brazil, homies who done moved to the United Kingdom, homies who done moved to Dubai. I got homies who done moved all over the world. Dan Pratchett, what's happening, man? Happy New Year to you, brother. Right? So when I say get rid of the passport movement, I'm talking about get rid of the passport bros movement agenda. Dudes like this Austin Hollerman guy, dudes like this homeboy who he wrapped up in, who just got caught up on charges of allegedly messing with little kids in Australia or something like that, man. Y'all dudes is making us look bad. Y'all making us look like creeps. Y'all making us look like lames. Y'all sit up here online complaining about, oh, I'm done with American black women. Crying because these are chicks that never gave y'all any attention in high school, man. A lot of that is on y'all. Don't get me wrong, man. A lot of our women are messed up, screwed emotionally and mentally, psychologically, spiritually. Yes, they are, but so is a lot of us, right? And just because y'all little corny, lame ass, no box getting, never had any emotion from the girls your whole life ass ninjas. Now y'all done made a little success in your life with your career, your job, or even on YouTube if you became a content creator. And now you sitting up here traveling around the world, tricking, living vicariously through your social media content creator persona, this player playboy that you always wanted to be, but just never had the balls to do. Never had the game to do. Never had the charismatic, magnetic personality to do it naturally without having to use your money, only using your mind and your mouthpiece. And now y'all making us all look bad. All of us, now when I go travel the world, right? When I go travel the world, I'm going to be looked at as a trick because of you ninjas. And I ain't nowhere near it. Because if I was going to plan a trip to go to, let's say, Brazil, I'm not going to Brazil to go trick with Brazilian prostitutes. I'm going to Brazil to explore the country, see the country, explore the culture, eat the food. And me being the charismatic, magnetic, handsome ass brother that I am, I'm going to naturally attract women. It's going to be a natural thing. I'm not even going to have to try. I'm already going to stick out like a sore thumb. And that's what I'm saying, man, Dan Patrick, because now they're putting that on us, though, bro, and I'm glad you said that. Because YT boys always been the face of sex tourism. But see, now they're trying to shift it on us because they the ones getting caught up in all this human trafficking stuff. They the ones running all the human trafficking rings and stuff, not us. So now we got to be made the face of international sex tourism through the gender war because you lame ass, mama raised ass, no daddy in your life having ass, no motion with the chicks ever since you was in middle school ass, oh friend zone ass, ninjas. Oh, became successful and later in life. And now that you got a little bit of money about yourself, maybe a little influence because it's your job, maybe a little prestige because of your job or career or whatever business you in, right? And now y'all want to come online and sit here gender warm with these girls, battling back. If I be seeing you dudes, man, battling back and forth with chicks y'all don't even know that y'all would never even have a chance with or would even holler at in real life if the brawl was right in front of y'all sitting over here arguing about chicks that y'all would never get or even holler at and them not submitting to y'all because y'all feel like y'all men now or something. When y'all always been corny and y'all always been lame. And it ain't no amount of money, no amount of prestige, no amount of clout that's going to make a chick like a lame ass ninja. They'll do it to you at best, even sexually, as long as they're being compensated for it, which most of you dudes are tricks, which is why a lot of you guys go on sex tourism around the world under the guise of being passport bros, taking pictures on international foreign tracks like we don't know the blade when we see the blade. The blade looks the same all over the world. And to a guy who has done some decent amount of traveling in my life, I will tell you, all blades look the same. You know when you on the blade. You know when you on that old hoe straw. Especially if you really come from the streets. Or you know when you on the blade. Right? And chicks ain't got to necessarily be walking up and down the street down there naked for you to know you on the blade. Y'all dudes that sit up here got caught up in all this mess. What's this boy name, man? What's the boy name caught up in the mess right now? Making us look like we just straight creeps. That should be pissing me off, man, because I'm a motherfucking player, Jack. And when I say I'm a player, I mean not a player as in, you know, I play games, but I mean, I'm a guy who's always had my way with women. I've always been able to attract women naturally off of my charisma, charismatic, magnetic personality, plus I'm handsome. I've never had to trick. I've never had to act outside of my character. I never had to dirty Mac another dude. I never had to do any of that. And I'm glad that God has blessed me with that gift of gab and that this natural ability to interact and engage with females. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad that I was blessed with that. This has never been an issue for me. Right? This ain't never been an issue for me. Right? We need to get rid of the passport, the negative aspects of the passport bro movement. I can't think of the boy name right now. He caught up in some straight BS right now. I think messing around out here in Australia or something like that with some underage girls or something like that. One of these dudes that's cool with Austin in this passport bro movement. This passport bro movement is making us look bad internationally because of you corny ass dudes. No game. How you think these chicks don't know y'all tricks? Y'all think when y'all go to these foreign countries that these girls are stupid? Y'all think they ain't got the internet? Y'all think they don't know that y'all thirsty ass, no self-esteem having ass American black dudes? You think they don't see and smell y'all coming a mile away? And this is something sidebar we need to get rid of in our community too, going forward in 2026 beyond. Hey man, just because people speak a different language don't mean they stupid. We as Americans have gotten very arrogant and cocky. We think just because somebody don't speak English, that means they dumb. And they play y'all just like the stupid Americans y'all are when y'all go down there thinking that these girls actually like y'all. Like they really impressed by your American money and your American style. Man, come on, man. They see y'all coming a mile away. They're calling the homies in the favela saying, yeah, we got us some. We got us one. Goofy ass dudes. Versus if you just go to Brazil, you know, you go to Rio, you book a nice room somewhere, you know what I'm saying, get you a nice spot. You understand me? You just go enjoy the culture, enjoy the country, go eat, go talk to the people, go to places they go eat where they eat, go to some of the historical sites. Right? Be a goddammit tourist, but don't be a green, uninformed, non-gamed up tourist. If you're going to go to these countries, inform yourself about these countries as much as you can. Do your due diligence. Inform yourself on the laws. Inform yourself on the politics. Inform yourself on where to go and where not to go in the city so you can avoid such things. And I promise you, you stay true to yourself. You work on getting your analytics up. When you go to Brazil, you're going to bag something without even trying to. Versus going down there with, oh, I'm in Rio, I want some pussy. And that's what I say, man. Y'all dudes be thinking with y'all's little head and not the big head. Exactly. And like I say, these y'all, and that's why they be playing y'all like that. That's why the dudes be on what they on from this country, because we making their countries look. That's why the governments is getting on what they on, because we starting to make their countries look bad. Not that their countries ain't bad, but we're shining a light on the sex tourism that takes place in a lot of these third world and second world countries, man, where prostitution is just prominent. We need to get rid of the passport bro movement, man. Right? Something else we need to get rid of. A lot of y'all ain't gonna like this. A lot of y'all ain't gonna like what I'm about to say. A lot of y'all ain't gonna like this. I don't care. And I promise y'all I don't care if y'all don't like it. I don't care who you is. If I know you, if you're a member of any one of these organizations, I don't give a damn. All right? Matter of fact, I'm going to do this. We want to use this one, but it's cut off. Let's see if it's another one right here. Hold on, it's another one. Yeah, this is something else we need to get rid of, y'all. I know y'all ain't gonna like this. This is something else we need to get rid of. And I mean in its entirety. We need to get rid of the Divine Nine, the National Panhellenic Council, and the Sigma Pi Phi Boule. We need to get rid of all of this stuff, this demonic stuff. Right? Yeah, I just seen a video, man. Hold on, let me see if I can find this video real quick on YouTube, y'all. That video I just seen, man. Unc was fooling. Hold on, I think I got it in my phone. Yeah, man, Unc was fooling, man. Had me mad as hell when I seen this video, man. About to show y'all on my phone real quick, man. I said I be pissed, man. My Unc was fooling. Unc was fooling. Y'all, I'm about to show y'all this, man. Hold on real quick. Let me take this off the screen, man. Y'all, this is wild when I seen this.
Okay. Have you tried it before?
Not yet. Are you a lady boy? If you're a lady boy, yeah, I want to.
You think I'm a lady or a lady boy?
It don't make no difference with you.
Come on, man.
Okay. Have you tried it before?
Not yet. Are you a lady boy? If you're a lady boy, yeah, I want to.
You think I'm a lady or a lady boy?
It don't make no difference with you.
And y'all be them type dudes right there, man. It be you old lame ass dudes like Unc right here, sitting up there with y'all's freaky halfway, with y'all's freaky fun boy, secret fun boy asses. Y'all be sitting up there, goddamn it, messing with the lady boys out there in Thailand and all that crazy, the Indonesian stuff, messing with them lady boys out there. Right? Right? Yeah. All of them have. Yeah, I don't realize he was even being filmed, or I don't know. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But it's old freaky dudes like him, be a dude online, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, YouTube, talk about some y'all black women is terrible. See, when I go to Thailand, the women is submissive, They cater to, man. Y'all messing with boys, man. Further representation of the indoctrination in our country with the LGBT, right? I'm about to get to that. We need to get rid of the Divine Nine, the National Panhellenic Council, the Sigma Pi Phi Boule. We need to get rid of all of that. These demonic entities, all 9 of them. We need to get rid of it. And although they have done some seemingly positive things in our community, we got to understand that the very creation, or should I say the very formation of these organizations, were designed to keep us in check, designed to keep us exactly where we are at now, exactly where we at now. These organizations were never designed to help us prosper as a community, and they have not. They absolutely have not. All the members, the top echelon members of the Divine Nine, they are all either Prince Hall Freemasons, Scottish Rite Freemasons, Shriners, Elks, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Blue Lodge Freemasonry. They have captured the minds of our young men and young women, indoctrinating them with this Black liberation theology, which I told y'all is like Latin liberation theology, which are both the brainchild and the firstborn of communistic, totalitarianism, demonic, Kabbalistic ideology. Exactly. My brother Mr. O said Greek letters, but wants to be African. These people are confused. And who is the author of confusion? Right? We need to get rid of the Divine Nine. That is a demonic psyop. None of the Divine Nine organizations were founded by Black people. None of them. Not one. And they indoctrinate us with their Greek, Roman, Akkadian, Babylonian, Phoenician, demonic ideologies hidden through their symbology. I mean, just look at the crest of the Divine Nine organizations. All the symbology on them are demonic. All of them. Yeah, rest in the essence to Steve Coakley, man. Steve Coakley was a big part of my awakening and helped me with a lot of my research into the Divine Nine too. Matter of fact, how I even got into the Divine Nine was somebody who actually was a personal friend of mine, an older homie who actually knew Stephen Coakley personally. I've actually had conversation with Brother Coakley on the phone, rest in the essence to him. Right? Stephen Coakley was a very intelligent brother, man, good brother, man. And his whole life work was aimed at exposing these people right here. And I think he did a real good job of it. Because now we know who y'all are, right? And if we got to get rid of the Divine Nine, right, guess what else we got to get rid of? Y'all, I just spoke on it. And I know a lot of y'all ain't going to like this. I don't care. We need to get rid of Black Freemasonry in all its forms, whether it be the Blue Lodge levels, whether it be Prince Hall, whether it be Scottish Rite or York, whether you be an Elksman, whether you be a Shriner, right? Whether you be a part of any of the other Greek letter fraternities that the white boys started, whether you be a part of Phi Beta Sigma or Sigma Beta Phi, man, whatever one you be a part of, man. We need to get rid of the system of Freemasonry, fraternal organizations. They are demonic in their origin and structure. I don't care how any of y'all feel about it. I don't care what y'all think y'all know. The whole system of your organization, the whole structure of it is demonic. I don't give a damn what, like I said, Prince Hall Freemason, Scottish Rite, York Rite, Shriner, Elks, Blue Lodge level, fellow craftsman, enter the apprentice, fellow craftsman, master mason, and so forth and so on. I don't care if you're a 33rd and the third. I don't care about none of that, man. The whole entire structure, the whole system is demonic down to y'all symbology. It is all demonic under the guise of being something to do with some level of spirituality connected to the Most High. And that is a lie. That is a lie. That is a lie. We need to get rid of Freemasonry. We need to get rid of Black Freemasonry. The very fact that somebody is a member of a secret organization is very, and guess who said this? John F. Kennedy said this. This is why it was his goal to abolish the CIA, and that's why they smoked his ass. If I'm not mistaken, it was John F. Kennedy that said, secrecy in the society is repugnant, man. It is repugnant. The very fact that somebody is operating in secret is letting you know something's going on that they don't want you to know about. And more than likely, it's something very negative, very nefarious. Right? So that's why we need to get rid of all secrecy. I didn't say get rid of privacy. I said get rid of secrecy. Big difference. And we've been indoctrinated to mix the two. See, we got privacy and secrecy confused and intermingled, thinking that they're synonymous, and they're not. They are two separate things. It's the difference between living a private life and living a secret life. But I'm all about privacy. And as y'all see, our privacy is being destroyed by the day. I would even go as far as to say privacy is a defunct concept. It is no longer a thing. It no longer exists. And if you think you have any privacy, something wrong with you. I would encourage y'all to take the mindset. I would implore with y'all to adopt the mindset of that you are always being watched and you are always being listened to. Everything you say is being recorded. Every move you make is being recorded as well. I would encourage y'all to take that mind frame of assumption on from now on out. Right? Because we slowly but surely coming up on that. Right? These are things as FBAs we need to get rid of in 2026 and never ever engage with again. Right? I'm trying to focus on major important things versus all the little things that are domino effects of this stuff that I'm talking about, like what I see some of y'all mentioning in the comment section. Right? Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to drop the link. Anybody tapping in want to come up, add to the conversation. If there's something that you think we need to get rid of that I haven't quite mentioned, you're more than welcome to do that. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering. What are some things we need to get rid of as FBAs, as an FBA community in 2026? What are some things we need to get rid of? Y'all more than welcome to hit the link. You feel me? Y'all more than welcome to hit the link. More than welcome to tap in. We right here, man. We're going to be rocking out for another 20 minutes, man. Come on, y'all, man. We can't let this stuff. We got to get rid of some of this stuff. We have to totally and utterly get rid of this stuff, man. I don't want to use certain language, but if y'all paid attention to the show the other night, I used some language, some words, and using and breaking down the definitions of homegrown terrorism, violent radicalization, and ideologically based violence. When we came to the findings, I said what the government wants to do to these things. That's what we need to do to these things. We need to get rid of Black Freemasonry. We need to separate ourselves from Black Freemasonry. We need to separate ourselves from fraternal organizations, secret and fraternal organizations like Freemasonry and the Divine Nine. We need to stop gangbanging. We need to start having real conversations about our relationships and how we can improve them. And we need to totally get rid of this gender war that's going on amongst us. Because once again, just something else we need to get rid of, man. Right? Give me some suggestions, man. Hit the link. Y'all more than welcome to come up, man. You know? A lot of stuff we need to get rid of as FBAs, man. I know something else we need to get rid of. Right? We'll take it back to the fellas. This is absolutely something we need to get rid of in our FBA community. We need to get rid of you simp-ass ninjas, man. Simpery is at an all-time high. Chaos Rain, what's happening with your boy? Happy New Year to you, brother. Something else we need to get rid of in our FBA community is simps. We have an overabundance. We have an epidemic of simps. And simps are the product of being raised by their single-ass mamas. A lot of y'all simps was raised with y'all simp-ass, soft-ass daddies in the house. There's nothing wrong with taking care of your woman. There's nothing wrong with doting on your woman. Of course, a woman who's on your program. Of course, a woman who's following your leadership. Of course, a woman who respects you. A woman who loves you. A woman who goes just as hard as for you as you go for her. A woman who values your protection, values your leadership, values your masculinity, values your manhood. That's the woman who you just totally just, you know, go to work 70+ hours a week for, because she's going to make sure when you get home, you have a hot meal cooked and stuff. I ain't talking about what we're going to get to after these simps. Too many of you simp-ass dudes is out there, man. Because like I said, a lot of y'all dudes that's on the internet now, y'all are still and have always been simp-ass dudes because y'all ain't never had no game bestowed upon y'all by no real masculine presence in your life. So y'all grow up catering to women. First, you was scared of the girls, scared to talk to them when you was in high school, middle school, even in college, maybe into your early adulthood, scared to talk to chicks, never had the confidence, never had no swag, never had no game, never had a crap, charismatic, magnetic personality. And now here it is all these years later, you know, made a success to yourself to whatever degree you did. And we got this internet where we can all hide behind the veil and the mask of anonymity. We can just spew our hatred and our rhetoric that's just been sitting in our hearts for years, being played by girls, getting friend zoned by girls, getting shitted on by girls because you're lame. And now here we have the digital tricking era where y'all guys just sit up here and tell these girls what they want to hear, spend money on them, give them stuff they don't deserve, ain't earned. And they know they ain't earned it. That's why they treat y'all simp-ass dudes like the simp-ass dudes y'all are. That's why so many of y'all complaining, coming passport bros with y'all simp lame asses, thinking that just because you're American and you're black and you got some type of financial success, which most of y'all who passport bros do not have, and y'all go overseas thinking that y'all about to sit up here and just be bagging these bad bras that y'all be having online. We can't tell them as prostitutes, man. Us ganged up ass men can tell when y'all on the track. We can tell when y'all got them doing prostitutes, man, girls for hire, man. And they, like I said, they see y'all coming a mile away. So something we need to get rid of in 2026 is simping. You got to get back to manhood, man, masculinity, manalytics, being a man. If a woman don't accept you for who you are, You don't need to be messing with her anyway. But then on the other hand, a lot of you dudes is so sent out that y'all are lacking in masculinity. Y'all need to soak up some game. Y'all simp ass dudes is the same dudes out here talking about some, we don't need game. What is game? You know, game, y'all so stupid. Y'all don't even understand what game is. Y'all think game is being able to chat up a chick as if something you can say to a chick can make her want to give you some cheeks. Which is true to an extent, because you can absolutely say something to a chick to make her not want to give you some cheeks. That's a fact. And that's what a lot of you guys is doing. Hold on real quick. What's up, bro? What's the deal? See, I'm in the middle of a show right now, man. We talking about all the stuff we need to get rid of in 2026, man.
Okay.
What's good, though, bro? I'm definitely about to slide through. You can guarantee that. Well, I gotta run up north anyway. So after I get done doing that, I'm gonna slide through. Just give me probably like an hour or so. Oh yeah, I'm definitely about to come through. I'm gonna bring a couple bottles of this Arvino too, man. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna give me like an hour, Court.
Yeah, no worries.
All right. Yeah, man. Y'all simp ass dudes. Sit up here telling these girls whatever, man. Sitting here digitally tricking on these girls, making it rain on them digitally. Y'all being in digital friend zones. Sitting up here tricking on these girls who got boyfriends and husbands and stuff because they telling y'all what y'all want to hear, like how your mamas used to do. We definitely need to get rid of simp culture for sure. It's a bad look on us men for sure. Very bad look, y'all. Which leads me to my next point. What we need to get rid of. And we're going to end the show on this because I got to get up out of here. All right. Need to leave simps in 2025 and get rid of no more simpery. All right. Oh, let me do this. This is better. We need to get rid of thought culture, which we're going to be discussing a little bit more in depth later on tonight. Right? Because it is, although it is New Year's Eve day, it is Thursday, it is ladies' night. So we're going to have another show discussing just that. Right? We need to get rid of thought culture. It is destroying our women. It is destroying our women because feminism is all up in this. And that chick right there in the middle with her Moon McKnight chin having ass, we're going to discuss her later on tonight in that corny ass interview with Cam Newton later on. Right? We need to get rid of thought culture, y'all, man. It is destroying our women, turning them into straight Jezebels, and then expecting us to accept this stuff as if it's something respectable. Now we got all these little girls running around with lace front wigs, butterfly eyelashes, botched BBLs, wearing tranny makeup, looking like dudes that's trying to look like girls. We can't even tell the difference between y'all and the dudes that's trying to look like y'all. We can't even tell the difference no more, to the point so in 2025 and now 2026, we got to start asking y'all, are y'all a man? Right? John told Emily transition vlog. What's that? John? Am I reading that right? It says John to M. Oh, so we got a John to Emily transition. So let me guess, John to Emily transition. You a transformer, a trans gentleman. We need to get rid of all of that stuff, man. It ain't helping our community, right? We need to get rid of all of that. We need to get rid of thought culture. And now that we got John to Emily transition in the audience, it's only right that I get to this right here. And we're going to end the show with this. I know some people really ain't going to like this, but once again, I don't care. All right. And I got a lot of people who are of this community. Now, whether they're a part of the LGBTQ community or whether they're a part of the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda is two different things. Either way it goes, we need to get rid of both. And I say that because it's very demonic. Understand, y'all, and let me come up for this. All right. Understand, y'all, the spirit of homosexuality is a demon. Remember, I named it earlier. 3 demons, all cousins of the same family. Stronghold, ground force demons, the spirit of homosexuality, the spirit of molestation, and the spirit of promiscuity. All 3 cousins in the same demonic family. We need to get rid of this. This has not helped our community in any shape, form, or fashion. It is contributing to the non-reproduction of us. Right? I don't have anything against my brothers and sisters who choose to live this lifestyle, who are not with the agenda. You know, you can live your life however you decide to do it, man. But, you know, Yeshua going to deal with you just like he's going to deal with me. But to anybody who supports this agenda, which is being specifically aimed at our children, I'm totally against it. And we need to get rid of it. Whatever happened to the days of keeping things, like I said, private. Right? I don't know if I can trust a man who has sex with another man. I don't know if I can trust a woman who has sex with another woman. I would have to go along with there's something wrong with your judgment. You're not great in making good decisions for the most part, at least on the behalf of us as a whole. Especially since most of us believe in the Most High. It goes against everything our community stands for. It goes against everything FBA culture stands for. This is one thing we absolutely need to get rid of, right? And for all y'all who are not with the agenda, but still choose to live your life like this, hey man, it's going to have to come a time when you have to draw a line in the sand. Is being part of the LGBTQ community more important than being Black? Or should I say being a foundational Black American? I'm convinced that to some of y'all who are members of the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda, I'm convinced that y'all think that. Being a fun boy or a fun girl is more important than being Black. And no, y'all struggles ain't nowhere near in comparison to that of collective FBAs. No, it is not. How dare y'all even try to make the comparison? It's goddamn disrespectful. Right? Flat out, straight like that. Flat out, straight like that, man. I don't give a damn who's offended. All right? I don't give a damn who don't like it. Really don't matter to me. Tell me where I'm lying. right? And we about to get up out of here, y'all, man. I appreciate everybody coming out, man. Listen, it's 2026. Let's just do better and be better as a collective, y'all, right? Let's just do better and be better as a collective, right? Right? Let's get it back to how we had it in the 50s and 60s when we were truly united. Right? 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 My FBA brethren and sisters. Let's get back to what's important, man. Let's get back to what matters. Family, community, brotherhood, sisterhood, camaraderie. Let's get back to that. Let's focus on that for 2026. Because like I said, y'all, there's only 4 years left, man. Actually, 3 years and 4 years left. Agenda 2030 is on the horizon. We already see the protocols being met out in society right now, specifically in America. We are more divided now than we have ever been, but we are slowly but surely starting to get on one accord with each other. And this is why it's such an attack on us. This is why it's such an effort to try to once again usurp our culture and identity from us. At a point in time, Black Americans are getting on one accord with each other. We're delineating from all the negative aspects from our culture, and we're beginning to delineate from all these other groups of Black people who take advantage of what we've done and then piss on us and tell us it's raining and then expect for us to come help them. It's time for us to focus on us and only us. Let's get back to family, community. Let's work on getting rid of all the negative aspects of our culture, of our community. And I know some of y'all ain't gonna like what I'm saying, man. Y'all not gonna like it, man. But I don't care. These are the things we need to get rid of. They're not helping us. They're not contributing to us becoming stronger, more united. They are the very tools being used to separate us and divide us along these illusory fault lines of race, religion, sexual orientation, finances, educational status, all of these things. We need to get rid of it. Everything I talked about tonight, the gang banging, the gender wars, simps, thoughts, the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda, Freemasonry, the Divine Nine, super fraternal organizations. We need to get rid of all of that stuff, man. It is not helping us. Before we had all of these rigmarole in our community, we was married at down there a 90 percentile rate. We had some of the most wealthiest cities and towns in America. Black Wall Streets were all across America. We have a $2+ trillion spending power, buying power. We literally don't need to do business with anybody else. If we only got on one accord and fully did business with each other, we would be like Wakanda for real. And that's why it's such strong efforts to keep us ever divided. Everything I just named are the tools being used to keep us divided. Freemasonry does not bring us all together. the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda does not, has not, will not, cannot bring us together. All you simp ass dudes, all you thought ass chicks, not bringing us together. All you gang banging ass dudes, not bringing us together. These are very tools that are separating us even more. Even at a time like right now, where we are getting on one accord, we are starting to unite to some degrees in small pockets across the country. And that's a beautiful thing. I'm all for that. I'm 100% on board, right? So, you know, just, you know, take this show, man, when it load up the Facebook, share it on your social engineering, hit the hype button, hit the like button, hit the hype button, right? And tap back in a couple few hours, man. We're gonna be going in for Ladies Night, aka also / New Year's Day show for we're gonna be addressing, since it's Ladies Night, we're gonna be addressing the conversation that Natalie Nunn and Cam Newton had, and how Natalie Nunn, the resident baddie, is infiltrating and manipulating the minds of women everywhere, specifically our FBA women, young girls especially, with this thought mindset culture, right? So appreciate everybody that came out. You know, I love all the support. It's 2026. We going in. You know, so we ain't letting up. The content is just going to get iller and iller, you know? And just make sure y'all keep tapping in, man. I promise you, you know, saying me and my pops, we want to try to put together a Spiritual Roots Sunday for y'all. We're going to get the Spiritual Roots back popping on Sundays in 2026. So y'all can stay tuned for that. Yeah. Smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page, and share on your social engineer. I am Virgil, aka Stack the Fact. Make sure y'all tune in at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for the Ladies Night show. We will be back. We appreciate y'all, man.
In the hat.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on all of our black kings. All black everything, we got black tea. All black coffee, man, I don't add cream. North give you all you need, no more caffeine. Close down the whole set, no more casting. Remove targets off our back like a black team. We keep growing up the game like a black team. The girl got a problem with me, then get at me. I tired to a bumper, now you got a drag queen. You can't stop me, you old as jalopy. This is past me, and I got it photocopied. Caught up on film, flow tracks and sloppy. Trying to attack me, you a carbon copy. I want to see the heat like chimney blocks, and I charge for the hook, put me in a penalty box. Man, I'm killing the ops while I look at my watch. All hands on deck like the time on the clock. Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black
Keep
kings.
my grass cut low to catch a glimpse of the snakes. Devilish serpents with purpose to steal your cake. Smiling in your face while they got their eyes on your safe. Yeah. Boy, that hatred, man, they make you do some foul things. Switch up on your niggas like the numbers when the Dow change. When I'm with familiar, still a grind like a broke. Take it for granted, should be gone in the proof of smoke. Better put your plan in action, niggas get too used to hope. Formulated the plan, calculated the steps. 2020, my vision, see my way to the check. Only way is up, I made my way to the steps. Let's go. Look, only way to move is building kingdom shit. Niggas won't make a move, want you to bring them shit. But God bless the child, they can hold his own. They want to give you numbers in a cell like a mobile phone. But fuck a cop, any wicked judicial system. Cause niggas on the edge, there for you to push. Bullets loaded tight up in that magazine. Bring a nightmare to American dreams.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black kings.
Y'all later, man.